All right, welcome back, everybody. This is David Spider Monkey 2A, and today we're just doing a little video inside because the weather is freezing and it's windy. I can't get out to the range today. Plus, I'm still getting over a cold. So we thought I'd give you an update of what happened with our 2022 rifle whitetail season here in Wisconsin. Stick around; should be a lot of fun. Before I get too into this video, I want to take a minute to let you know we have been selected for the Super Thanks button that YouTube has now come up with. It's kind of like Patreon, but I don't have a Patreon page. I haven't got to that yet. Laziness on my part. But we are eligible for the Super Thanks. So if you click that, you are able to donate to the page if you would like to, or have these comments pinned up with super. I think it colors them up so that it stays at the top of the chat during a premiere. That would be great, so that I can see it and respond to you right away. But the Super Thanks button gives you the opportunity, if you want to support the channel, that would be great. Everything donated goes right back into the channel. We buy ammo, we buy guns, camera equipment. We'll get a little bit more up to date on everything, give you better content, better videos. But anyway, I just wanted to take a chance to let you know that if you want to contribute to the page, if not, no big deal. Thanks for stopping by anyway. But that's the way to do it right now. Hit that Super Thanks button, just follow what it says, and I appreciate it. Thank you in advance. I'll give you shout outs if I see that you have done that. Thanks in advance. Okay, so disclaimer ahead of time, I did not get any footage of me taking a whitetail this year. I'm still learning on it. It happens so fast. And this time, it was really early in the morning, so lighting conditions were not the greatest for the GoPro. I did get a little bit of footage after I took a doe of a fawn that was trailing around too. I'll throw that in right now. Seriously, like 40 feet away. It's killing me not to shoot this bitch. Okay, so what did I take that doe with? That was the up close range. So probably 100 yards max. I went with the Bear Creek Arsenal 6.5 Grendel. And boy, oh boy, guys, it did not disappoint. Again, if you haven't been following, this is just 18-inch, I believe, stainless steel barrel. I'll read it off there. 1 and 8 twist. Yeah, stainless steel barrel from Bear Creek Arsenal. Very budget friendly. I threw this on a custom lower that I have. And on top, we have the Primary Arms ACSS Orion scope, which I was very excited to try close range because it has a really good reticle for it. It's more that battle style. I've been talking about that a lot, but I've never really thrown in a picture. I'm going to throw that in right now. So guys, you can see on that, it has the upside down horseshoe reticle, and then it has the upside down V shape. On the top of the V is where I have it sighted in at 100 yards. Bottom of the V is 200 yards. So depending on, the zoom that you have, you got to kind of be careful there. You might aim way high. But first focal plane shrinks down your target as well with your reticle. So that's a very good advantage. I had that set in, or I had it at 8 power and had the parallax set. I saw perfectly. I took a doe with one shot. She ran about 10 yards up a hill, and I was ready to pull the trigger again. I wasn't for sure. I thought maybe, oh, hell, heck, I might have missed. But then she started backpedaling and she just fell down. So what was I using in the Bear Creek Arsenal 6.5 Grendel, you ask? And I'll tell. Was the 129 grain SSTs from Hornady, produced by Alexander Arms. I've been shooting a lot of this. I'm actually running out. I have some more on back order. It took me about a year to get these ones as is, so I'm not holding my breath coming up for that anytime soon. But it's only a hunting round for me, not a target round. So I'm okay with waiting. Whitetail season's done here. Anyway, back to the story. I'm rambling. Took that doe, let my brother know that I got a deer. He was away over at the long range stand, and he told me to sit tight, obviously early in the morning, and it was cold, so we didn't have to get her field dressed right away. But I decided to sit there. I was, just fumbling around on my phone. That's when I was videotaping that fawn, and it was fun watching that little thing go around. I mean, obviously, just shot its mom, but we got to manage the herd, guys. And that fawn actually started looking across and started pouncing. And that struck me as a little odd. I'm like, well, what is this thing doing? I mean, but I looked across the way, looked through the scope, and there was a really decent buck. And I saw half of the rack, and that deer was probably close to 75 yards away. Put it right on his shoulder, because in Wisconsin, when you buy a gun license, you get a buck tag and then 2 doe tags. So I filled up my doe tag, and I saw that really nice buck across the way. And I took a shot at him, placed it right in the shoulder, and he just disappeared. So I thought he dropped. So I gave it a while, let my brother know, hey, I got a buck, so I'm going to need his help getting some deer out of there. And so I sat tight for a little bit, then I started tracking him, got up to the top of the hill, and I could not find blood anywhere. I'm like, oh no, I must have really missed this thing. I mean, I was so excited. I went 1 for 1 with the doe. She didn't go very far. I figured these SSTs were doing the job. I was going to pack a punch on him, and he was going to drop. But couldn't find any blood, so I'm looking around, and all of a sudden I hear some rustle. I look over my shoulder. He's standing up looking right at me. I'm like, oh no. But he turned around, took about 2 steps, and then dropped. So I placed a good shot on him, and he was just fighting it. It was a good shoulder shot. I noticed I broke his shoulder. Obviously, I was a little bit far forward. I would have liked to hit the vitals, put him down right away. But anyway, it took a little bit for him to finally pass, but he did. I'll throw a picture of him in right there. It's a goofy rack. Like I said, I saw the one side, but the other side, just 3 little nubbins. They aren't broke off, so he grew that way. So it was probably good that we took this deer out of there. If he's got a goofy rack. But he's a good-sized deer, meat in the freezer, good rack. I'm going to show a picture of him right now. Right, so 2 deer down. That's all I took. And brother took a doe and a small buck, and we filled up the freezers. So, all in all, I carried the 6.5 Grendel with me. Excuse me. I took it to the short range with me every time, and I actually took it to the long range with me every time. Long range, we didn't see much. It was a rough season. First day, windy as heck. We sat out there all day, snow went off and on, nothing. I saw a couple doe, but I let them go because it was first day. Second day, nothing. Man, it was just rough. Second day, my truck battery actually died, so I didn't get out till afternoon. Man, it was just... And then I got out every day after work for about an hour. Nothing. I mean, I thought, what the heck? We've seen deer all year. Where the heck are they going? That's just how it goes with hunting. It's called hunting, not shooting. But then, yeah, I hunted Thanksgiving, nothing. The following Friday, nothing. Saturday, brother told me, get out there a little bit earlier. When they're coming through early. So I got out there a little bit earlier. Just kind of sat there with my space heater on. Those things are just amazing. And yeah, sure enough, they came through early on. They didn't mind the shooting either. I shot the doe, and then they just kept on coming. But anyway, would I recommend Bear Creek Arsenal 6.5 Grendel for hunting? 100%, absolutely. I don't care what anybody says. You can rag on it because it's a budget-friendly upper. I put all my confidence in the world in it, and also in the 6.5 Grendel round itself. I took a deer last year at 160 yards, no problem. I took deer this year at about 50 yards, if that. The doe was at about 50 yards, and the devastation was just crazy. She had a small entrance wound, obviously, but on the other side, holy moly, I'm not even kidding. I wish I had taken a picture of it, but probably a hole that big, and a little bit of guts coming out too. It was gross. Excuse me. But anyway, that did the job. Just absolutely crazy. Clean pass through. The 6.5 Grendel round is just such a great small cartridge for beginners. If you don't want something overly high powered that's going to just destroy a bunch of meat, 6.5 Grendel will do it up close and far away. I am 100% pleased with it. Bear Creek Arsenal makes a great product. You're going to have your quality issues no matter where you buy something from. Bear Creek just happens to have it happen just a little bit more often than they would like. But 100%, I would take this out again and again and again. I had never taken game with an AR, but it made it very easy to fire and then stay on target with the acquisition there, target acquisition, if I needed a follow-up shot. I was able to fire and I was able to stay on target, and that is a big thing for me. If I got, say, a 7 mag or something, or a 30-06 where I shoot, and boy, that's going to come up a little bit. I got to struggle to find the target. Me personally, I know people are going to say, oh, I stay on target, great. Awesome, I'm happy for you. 100% Bear Creek Arsenal worked for me. Weather conditions were extremely cold. It worked just fine. In hot temperatures, it works just fine. We've done a lot of testing with this specific upper, and I was 100% confident with taking it out. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, 2 deer down with the Bear Creek Arsenal 6.5 Grendel. 100% would I use it. 129 SSTs did the absolute job that I needed for it. Last year I used 123 SSTs. We are going to have some videos coming up with the Grendel. I'm going to test out 123 grain SST versus 123 grain ELD match. That is a sensitive subject. I've seen a lot of people taking deer and game with match bullets, but I want to know what at a little bit further distance is that going to do. I know it's going to get clean pass through, but is it going to have the expansion? Also, we are going to do a 129 SST comparison between 6.5 Grendel and 6.5 Creedmoor, because I get asked that a lot. What's the difference? What's the difference? So we're going to make a video on that. I'm very excited for that one. We're going to have to get Scott out there too. He's the bullet man. He's going to help us out. All right, everybody, there you have it. Sorry, more of a talking video inside. Like I said, weather conditions aren't the greatest, and I'm dealing with sickness myself. But we're going to get back out there. We got a lot of fun content coming your way. I'm excited. We're on coming up on the new year here. Any suggestions that you would have for as far as content that is doable on our part, I'd like to hear it. Leave it in the comments below. Leave suggestions. Like I said, hit that super thanks button if you would like to. Thanks in advance. I'll give you a shout out if you do. If not, no big deal. All right, everybody, this is Dave of Spider Monkey 2A. Give us a like. Maybe share this video. Hope you subscribe. If not, thanks for stopping by.